Eitan Volsel here from Mob, and I want to show you something really cool today, and I'll be very excited probably during the video. The team at Mob were able to produce a very cool DevSecOps experience where a developer not only finds vulnerabilities as they commit their code to GitHub, they also fix it at the same pace. We took OpenText Fortify, we integrated using their workload, using their GitHub action to GitHub, and we added Mob there, and I want to show you how it looks. So before we going there, for the sake of this organization, this company that I'm going to be the developer in that company, our policy is we need to make sure that we don't introduce any SQL injections. So what we did here, I go to the settings, and I'm using a new setting that we added in at Mob, and I can, here you can see this toggle, it tells Mob which issues in the report to fix, and I only want to fix SQL injection in my organization at the moment. Good, saw that. If you haven't enable it and select it, and then you will have the ability to save. Now, I'll go to our YAML file. This is based on a mix of the Fortify GitHub action and the addition of Mob at the end, generating the FPR, the report for Fortify, and running the analysis. And this is how it looks. So I'm the developer who wrote this. Sorry, I introduced a SQL injection here where I get the input from the outside from an argument to my application, and I just concatenate it to a string and execute it. Let's see what happens. I'm committing the code change, and it will be for this branch. As I commit the code, GitHub will ask me, not immediately, I'll just refresh, and it will ask me if I want to create a pull request. I'm creating that pull request. And now the magic that the team created. Basically, we are using GitHub Actions. I'll move myself to this side. We're using GitHub Actions here. And let me see what is going on there. We're setting up the Fortify environment. By the way, the YAML file, I'll include a link to below this video in the details to get to this YAML file that we created. And there are several steps here. Naturally, we need to set the environment, and Fortify in their scan, they need to compile the code before that. But let me get back to you as soon as we get to the perform SAS scan so we can see what happens there. Okay, I'm back now because the SAS step almost completed. As you can see, it was in progress. I'll move to this side so it will be easier. The way that we set the action, by the way, is that if a high severity vulnerability is found, the step will fail, and basically it will block the commit. So the PR will fail, and that's what we want to do, because then Mob kicks in and start to do the fixing. Let's wait a few more seconds here. The scan failed because we have one high severity issue, and it got an error, and then Mob starts to run. So let me go back. As a developer, naturally, I won't sit here and wait on the pull request. I will stay on this side of the pull request, maybe. Once this completes, Mob step is kicking in. Let me refresh this one quickly. Here I can see it. Mob fix report link. I will click on the details. This will take me to Mob, and it will show the list of all the issues. In this case, just one issue based on the policy that Mob is asked to fix. I will go to this vulnerability. As you can see, this vulnerability is here. Now, I won't go into too much details on how to fix a vulnerability here. I have another video which you can see on this side or on that side soon, but we point the developer to some questions that are related to the application. And once the questions are answered, the developer can commit the code. I want to commit it to the same branch that I created before. So I'm committing the changes. And what happens now, Mob will create a pull request with this name, with this description, back into my GitHub repo, and the same workflow starts again. Now we can go to the workflow, and we will see that the same steps actually run again, and the issue will not be reported. Okay, and I'm back now. The Workflow, the same workflow finished. As you can see, the SAS scan completed without errors this time, so the mob step didn't even run. And the issue is resolved. So if I go back to the pull request now, the second pull request has the new code with the fix, and I can merge it in. Now, if this didn't knock your socks off, I don't know what else. Think about it the normal way that you are used to. You run your 45, you get the results later on because you didn't put it as part of your pipeline. You find the results, someone is triaging, someone is trying to fix. It takes hours, it takes days. What I showed you here takes minutes. Now, you don't have to trust me because naturally I stopped the demo at certain points and recorded, continued, but just try it yourself. The link to the YAML file is below. Also, for Mob, you can create an account and try it. Nothing to lose. See you next time.